Good morning, Thrifty Food Plan Channel friends. It's Jay. Thanks so much for visiting. Today is the day I'm going to do a grocery haul for the College Phenom coming home. It'll be like a 4-day haul. She is an omnivore, so it's going to look a little different. Also, I have a ton of stuff already in the fridge, freezer, and pantry, largely for me. So we'll take a look at that first, as always. And I will say, I'm probably gonna spoil her a little bit because I always do the first time she comes home. Just saying. All right, let's look at the fridge, freezer, and pantry. Okay, so I've got probably a little more than a third of soy milk left, which should be fine for the next couple of days. Dog food, and then I made the dog rice to bulk up her kibble. Do have some corn tortillas left, have some lemons left, and some faux butter, vegetable butter back there that the College Phenom likes to eat. I've got my normal things in here: chickpea flour, flax, walnuts. I will need to get some walnuts in the next couple of weeks. Faux cheese for me and nutritional yeast for me. Down here, this is the chickpea farro salad, and this is the feta, so I'm still eating through that. These are black beans for salad. I've still got some pepper left and some cucumber left and a little bit of salad dressing left. I've got 2 hearts of romaine left. Definitely gonna have to prep one of those for salad today. Got 3/4 of a sweet onion left and nada down there. In the freezer, do have things to make smoothies. The Phenom does like a smoothie, so she may have that one day. I have 1 Boca burger and some English muffins. I've got my bag of odds and ends to make veggie broth with. This is a little bit of corn. That's turnip greens back there, a little mukumame. I have some coconut milk. This is red lentil sauce, like a marinara with lentils, left over from a couple weeks ago. This is the coffee that the co-parent brought me as a thank you for pet sitting. I'm still drinking through that. All right, and in the pantry, I've got plenty of oats, cinnamon, raisins, little peanut butter back there. I've got 1 bag of farro left, popcorn. This is millet. Got a little pasta, and I've got some black beans left. And I brought the Rice Krispie treats down for the College Phenom. The rest of this is mostly baking stuff. We'll make her some homemade waffles, so I'm glad to see that syrup back there. We'll need to get some whole wheat flour, though, if I can find it. And then down here, this is College Phenom stuff, mostly sweet treats and stuff with meat in it. And then in terms of produce I have 4 of these apples left over, and I have a banana. I will probably eat half of that in my oats this morning. But clearly there's a lot for me to eat. She did work with me on a meal plan of things that she wanted. So it's gonna be a bit of an extravagant grocery haul. I'm just gonna own it, but I'm so excited to see her. Okay, anyway, let's get to it. Okay, friends, I'm gonna eat my words a little bit. So on my last grocery haul, I said that the Kroger had been having terrible, terrible deals. And in preparation for the College Phenom coming home, I just checked to see what digital deals might be going on this week. And I got some pretty good deals here. So normally the cheese is $2.49. Those were a digital deal for $1.49. And then I had a coupon I could stack on top of that for $1 off 2 blocks of cheese. So I basically got each block of cheese for 99 cents, which is a great deal. And then, while I don't need sweet treats right now, this is my favorite chocolate in the whole wide world. It is normally $2.99 a bar. It was on sale, digital deal for $1.99. And I had a store coupon I could stack on top of it. So I got 99 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents basically plus 8 cents of tax. So I feel like these were huge bargains, and I'm delighted to have them. I'm going to put 1 block of cheese in the fridge to use when the College Phenom is home, and I'll put the other one in the freezer for future use. Okay, friends, I ended up having to go. I went to the Walmart because their prices were better in the online app. And then I went over to Walmart and they were out of some things. So on my way home, I then had to stop at the Kroger again. So let's look at what I got for the Phenom haul. So I got 2 sweet potatoes, 1 purple onion. Oh, finally, green onions. I did get these at the Kroger because they were out again at the Walmart. Frozen bag of broccoli, bag of spinach from the Kroger because they were out at the Walmart. They also at the Walmart were out of their pepper tri-packs, and these were on sale at the Kroger for $1.25 each, and I had a 50-cent coupon off for 3, so better than their regular Kroger price of $1.47. 2 bananas, which are super green, and then the Phenom loves berries, but I just want y'all to look at the size of these berries. Like, it's going to be like 1 berry a meal. They're gigantic. So not a ton of fruit. I still have a couple of apples left. We've got frozen fruit, and really berries are the only thing she really likes. Okay, shifting over to grain kind of things, technically a vegetable. I did get this box of mashed potatoes, and that's because she loves mashed potatoes, first of all, but secondly, I also can use these instant mashed potatoes to beef up the dog kibble. So that's like a hybrid College Phenom / dog item. Did pick up a bag of yellow rice for the Phenom to go with one of her dinners. Picked her up 2 little packets of ramen. And then I picked her up some Honey Nut Cheerios, great value variety. I could not find whole wheat flour at the Walmart, and the whole wheat flour at the Kroger was almost, I think it was $6, $5.99 for the cheapest bag. And my regular flour is kind of old, so I just picked up this tiny little 2-pound bag of flour, regular flour. And then in dairy, I picked her up some sour cream and some whole milk. She might be in college, but she still drinks whole milk. And then in proteins for her, I picked up this tenderloin filet. It was on sale for $5, and I had a coupon, I think for 80 cents off, so that brought that down a little bit. And then salmon is her favorite fish in the whole wide world, so I picked her up a half a pound, just over, it's like 0.66 pounds of salmon. And a dozen eggs, because the child can definitely go through some eggs, or the young woman. She's a young woman now. And then in miscellaneous, I picked up a little taco seasoning. So that is all of the food item. And in my continuing battle to keep my household and personal costs low, I have had another fail because I've, again, run out of things all at one time. So this is the detergent that I use pretty religiously. The absolute cheapest price by far is at the Walmart. This thing lasts me like 6 to 9 months. So, you know, it's a lot, but not so much I can't handle it for 6 to 9 months. I grew up in a household that used saran wrap, just like regular cling wrap. This stuff, though, is so much better, and it was $2 cheaper at the Walmart, so I definitely got it there. And then my sponges need to be replaced in the kitchen, and I didn't have any more in the stash. So picked up some household and personal items that will come out of that budget as well.
Okay, before we can talk about the budgetary damage, we needed to know what the budget was. So when I constructed my budget for June, the most recently available USDA Thrifty plan was from the month of April. And this is obviously a time when the Phenom is with me, the College Phenom is with me, my daughter. And so in that June budget, I did account for 1 week where the Phenom would be home. And according to the USDA Thrifty Food Plan, what that meant was that a 1 week supply of food for me and the Phenom, the maximum that I was allowed to spend was $119.13. But she's not going to be here for a whole week, so I'm going to convert that to a per day rate. And so what I do is I take the weekly rate, I divide it by 7 to get a daily rate. She's actually going to be here 4 days, but I know one night we are going over to the co-parents' house for dinner. So I have said 3.5 days, which brings the allowable total for this haul to $59.57. So that is the maximum I was allowed to spend under the USDA Thrifty food plan. So that first shop at the Kroger where I bought the cheese and chocolate, I spent $3.05. My second shop was at the Walmart. The total there was $37.24, but it did include some household and personal care items, so not all of that was food. There's obviously some tax as well, which I can't eat. And then I did another run through my local Kroger equivalent, picked up items the Walmart was out of, and picked up the meat items for the Phenom because they were cheaper there. So $18.80, second Kroger haul. So if we add and subtract all the things, we add Kroger, Walmart, Kroger, subtract Kroger tax from the first haul, subtract Walmart tax, subtract the detergent, subtract the cling wrap, which is actually press and seal because it's way better, subtract the cost of the sponges. What I actually spent on food was $37.86, which does mean I came in under budget for this little mini haul by $21.71. So the other thing about the USDA Thrifty plan is it does help us with nutrition because they provide nutritional guidance that tells us what we should be spending, percentage of our dollars in each of the nutritional categories. This is one of the things I love about the Thrifty plan because when you're trying to eat frugally, it is more likely you will not get all of your nutritional needs met. So I always appreciate this prompt to really make sure that what I'm buying is going to help me and, in this case, the College Phenom eat in a healthy way. So as per usual, I came in over in vegetables. You know, I am mostly a whole food plant-based vegan. The College Phenom is an omnivore. So 31% on veg. We spent about 7% on fruit, but I do have some apples on hand and frozen fruit already in the freezer. In grains, picked up flour, ramen, yellow rice, and cereal. That was about 13%. Proteins, I want to acknowledge that I did buy some of the most expensive meat proteins known to man, but these are the Phenom's favorite things, and I'm spoiling her a little bit. So I picked her up salmon, I picked her up that beef tenderloin, and did get a dozen eggs. She won't eat through all the eggs, but I can feed the eggs to the dog. I would also say that the eggs at Walmart were $1.40 a dozen. And for months and months and months, like I've been aware just because of the comments from all of you that eggs have been really, really high. But $1.40 didn't seem that bad. I mean, I do remember when eggs were $1 a dozen, but $1.40 didn't seem bad for a dozen eggs. So curious what's happening with the eggs out there for everybody. Dairy picked up, animal-based dairy for the Phenom, some whole milk, sour cream, and then those 2 bars of cheese. That was about 13%. And then finally, in the miscellaneous category, I did buy that 1 bar of chocolate for when the sweet treats are gone, my favorite kind of chocolate. And I picked up a little taco seasoning. So the meal plan is going to look a little different over the next couple of days just because I am going to be cooking for 2 people, 1 omnivore and 1 vegan. So I will continue to eat through all of my oats. Did buy 8 pounds of oats last month, so I'm going to keep eating through those. I've still got coffee. Both of us can have smoothies for breakfast if we want one. The College Phenom has cereal. She can have scrambled eggs with cheese and vegetables. She could make an omelet with cheese and vegetables. She could do fried eggs. She's got plenty of eggs, whatever she wants to do with the eggs. And then I make a homemade waffle from scratch that she really, really loves. And she's asked me to make those for her. That's why I got the flour. And then you can't really see it, but the berries are also for the Phenom. So she will have berries with her breakfast every morning. Snacks, both of us can eat the apples. I have air pop popcorn if I need something else. The Phenom's got a couple of snacky items in her pantry, plus she often eats cereal for a snack. Lunches, both of us will have big salads. We've got plenty of sweet treats for both of us after lunch. The Phenom can have ramen, because I did pick up a couple of packets of those for her, as well as other pantry items, like she's got a can of beef and potato soup in there. So pretty good on lunch. Now for dinner, I'm still eating through the farro chickpea mint salad that y'all saw me make in my last recipe video, which I'll link. The Phenom, though, is going to have salmon and tenderloin, one each night, and then she can choose to have those meat items with mashed potatoes or rice, and with broccoli, turnip greens, or a side salad. And then one night she's here, we're gonna have a vegan recipe that a recipe that can be vegan that she really likes. It's super simple. It's basically baked sweet potatoes with some black beans and purple diced onion, kind of sauteed in a little bit of that taco seasoning. She absolutely loves this, and she'll top hers with cheese and sour cream. I'll probably top mine with a little bit of green onion. So that is the meal plan for the time the Phenom is with me. So excited. Did want to just make a note on the household and personal item budget, because I do budget all of those kinds of products separately, and I do that based on the Bureau of Labor Statistics data, which I will link for everyone. So what what that basically says is that on a thrifty level, it's about $12.95 a week for one person, which means my budget is $51.80. This haul, though, I did spend a lot, as you can see. Now, this happened last month where I ran out of things and then I had to buy them at full price. This has happened again. Now, I heard all of you in your feedback last month that really I should think about stockpiling household and personal care items when they go on sale and the sales are really good. I'm going to continue to try to do that and keep that in mind in the coming weeks, but I ran out of detergent for clothes. I ran out of my food wrap, and my sponges I could no longer sanitize and needed new ones. So anyway, had to get these things this week. So what that means is I have $30.50 remaining for the month of June. I would note that I did set aside some extra money in case the Phenom needs a bunch of toiletries, which is entirely possible. My guess is she's not bringing like all of her shampoo and lotions and all that kind of stuff back from London. But we'll see. She's not here yet. We'll see when she gets home. Okay. So everyone, I just want to acknowledge that the College Phenom is home. And I did splurge and buy her the most expensive meat proteins that I know of: beef tenderloin, filet mignon, and salmon. She is going to be home for most of the month of July and most of the month of August. And it will be at that point that you all will see me try to do meal plans with meat products for her that are more cost effective. So like, y'all have given me some really great tips already about how to do that. Like, many of you have said chicken thighs or something that I should really look at using when she is back, because those might be inexpensive proteins, meat proteins. I would appreciate any other tips that you all have. As I, over the next couple weeks, I will be preparing for her to come back and be at home for a while, where I will need to buy meat products while also trying to keep my costs very, very low. So if you've got all the omnivores out there, if you've got tips about meat products, animal products, and how to do that cheaply, please put them in the comments below, because I'm going to need them in the month of July. Thank you so very much for visiting. Please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, do all the things you can to help this little community. And I will see you. I'll probably be a little slower than usual getting videos up, just because the Phenom is here and I will be hanging out with her. But thanks so much for visiting, and I'll see you in a couple of days.